the interagency fee. Do you know in December they released the paid performance-related bonuses? Paid performance-related bonuses is a payment they get once they reach their quota. Like Sainsbury's, when they sell so much stock, they then in profit. They make profit off the back of children. That is a fact. I'm a father that has lost a child to the system, and I stand out here on this pavement today for every single one of you guys that could potentially become victims to this system. That is why I'm on this pavement today. I'm doing this completely legally, I'm doing it above board. I'm out here today to raise the awareness of the atrocities that myself and many other parents have faced. I'll let your horses go by because I don't want them to get scared. So basically, guys, I'm out here today because 4 years ago, my child was born. 4.5 years ago, I'm going to give it precise. She was born during the COVID lockdown. At the very start of it, the day she went into foster care system with her mum and held as a prisoner. Held as a prisoner, if you don't believe, right? Remember, all you guys were missing your family during COVID. That's the truth of it. How many of you people was kept away from your families? How many of you was kept away from your dying relatives? You know exactly where I'm coming from now. This is me as a father trying to reach out to you guys so you guys can understand the reality of what has gone on. My child was born that March. COVID lockdown, 6 days after my child was born, and my child was taken with her mum into a fostering placement and held as a prisoner. My child didn't meet any of her family for 3 months. Okay, she was kept away from her family, ostracised, and I couldn't understand. When I was reading the reports, as the reports went on, I started to read the reports and I could not believe the lies that was in it. It was disgusting. That's the reality of what we have within social services, children's services. They're not about protecting the child, they're about protecting their own finances. People need to wake up. I'm not out here today screaming on the pavement because I enjoy doing this. Because I'm telling you now, I am broken inside. Because my daughter is not with me. She's 4.5 years old. They tried to tell me to cease demonstrating. They tried to tell me to do everything. I'll tell you what, all you've done is fuel the fire. That is why we're out of this pavement today, for you guys to know what the reality is and what the corruption is within this system. The children are being stolen 1 every 20 minutes in the UK, usually by a lying social worker who have manipulated a report to get the results that they want. I'm not here lying. I'm here telling the truth. My child has gone into the system. There's a chance I won't ever see her or hear her again for another 14 years. Do you know what that feels like inside? To be a parent, to know you're not going to see your child for another 14 years. Because of what? Because of someone's greed. That's the truth of it. That is the truth of it. I could tell you the whole journey, but I'm not going to tell you every last detail today about why this has happened. But what I'm going to tell you now, there's many people like me that are on the pavements screaming left, right and centre about the atrocities that what's happened to them. I decided to be a voice because I don't think enough people are talking out to them. So I come out here, my case is already over, I could go and curl up in a ball and die indoors. But do you know what? I can't, because I owe it to every single family that are going through this system who are being robbed, like I've been robbed, like my partner's been robbed, like my partner's daughter and son's been robbed, like my daughter's brother and sister. Every single one of them have been robbed by this system. And a future risk of emotional harm. You know what future risk of emotional harm is? Do not cross that road, you might get hit by a car. There's a possibility, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. You might have had a mental health breakdown in 5-10 years ago. You may have been in care. You may have a learning difficulty. Anything. You could have been arrested many years ago. However, what these guys do in reality is they will manipulate the report. Whether you are behaving where you get your life on straight and narrow, what they will do is they will manipulate your report to get what they want, and that is your child. That's the truth of it. I'm not here lying. Go on to your Google. Please go onto your Googles now and type in social worker lying in Hampshire. Have a look at that. That will show a case where a judge has still allowed the lies. The child was never, 5 children I'm going to say now, 5 children was never returned home to their families. Both social workers are proved to be lying. Guess what? They've still got their jobs. How's that? That's not right. How can 2 people lie in court? That is perjury. Yeah, that's the reality of what's going on in the UK. 1 child every 20 minutes is taken for £36,500. The pay performance rated bonuses that each individual social worker will be getting, they get that in December. And then they're lying about that. It's over 4 years worth of research. I'm not here for me. I'm here for every one of you. I'm not here for me anymore. I stand on this podium today for every single one of you. I stand for your children, just as I'd expect you to stand for mine. So please, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to come on to me or the team. We will quite happily answer your questions. Thank you.